Welcome back, everybody. This is another opportunity for me to do a quick little Prime recap as our P for our 3PR series. For those of you who don't know, our Prime program is something that we do when we bring people in from out of state or out of country, and they come and spend a week with us, and they work with the optometrist, the dental team, the physical therapy team, and occasionally work with the podiatrist or get some custom fit shoe orthotics to help with managing strong, stubborn patterns that we've talked about, or will continue to talk about, that they just can't get rid of with traditional therapy activities, PRI techniques, and those sort of things. They needed an integrative model of care. So this past week we had 3 people that came back through Prime, 2 that were returns, and 1 that was a new patient that came in. As I kind of look back at the week, one of the big things that we had to deal with this week were actually feet. None of these patients really had foot symptoms, or really even leg symptoms, to be honest with you. The first patient, there was a new patient that came from out of the country, really has a challenging bite situation. He's been in some orthodontia. They're trying to move teeth. He's had some teeth pulled. It's kind of a rough mess on the top, and I'll probably attach some pictures or something here of what his bite looks like. We're not going to manage that bite. That's not what our program is designed to do. He did get an appliance from the dentist to reduce the influence that that bite position is having on the system, but we're still having issues getting a couple of tests to really free up, and that was to getting his neck to really laterally side bend and getting his hamstrings to let go. And if we looked at his feet, he was in a good pair of shoes. He's in some Brooks Adrenaline shoes, but he really had a difficult time sensing his arches. Now if we look at his bite pictures, he doesn't really have good lateral guidance through his canines, which we gave him in his appliance. But if we look at his feet, he doesn't have good lateral guidance in his arches. So what we had to add with this patient were some of these, which are over-the-counter arch supports. These are our Curex arch supports. We like them. They've got a nice little heel cup, like we like out of an orthotic. They've got arch support, but they're still flexible and moldable. And what this patient needed to be able to do is once he stood up, without impact of his bite, and we gave him some glasses to relax his system that way, but that wasn't a big issue for him. He needed to learn how to get his body to lateralize and figure out how to move from side to side with his arches and with his bite. But without his arches, he really stayed kind of in an extended tight position. So in order to help him manage his bite, he's going to need to have something in his shoes to help him feel his arches. One of our other patients that was a return patient continued to have a lot of right-sided issues. She'd been in a prism pair of glasses. We took those away. She didn't need them any longer. She was doing well with that, but we still had a challenging time getting, particularly her shoulder to free up and to get some of this neck tension to go away. She had already gotten some of these. This is an actual custom fit orthotic. This is a Dr. Coffin sample orthotic. This is a 3/4 one. Again, a good solid heel cup, nice arch. This one was custom molded for her. Not this one particularly, but she had one. However, as she was continuing to work, she had a difficult time sensing her right arch during her gait pattern, and we noticed that she was still staying a little lateralized on the outside of her right foot. Even though she had the ability to get onto her left side and she could center and do all kinds of cool things on her left side because she'd been doing those activities, her ability to transition to the left side during gait was limited, so the right side of her body was still staying tight. So what we did with her orthotics, we had to add a little bit of a lateral wedge on the outside of her orthotic to help her transition into her right arch and off her right big toe so she'd get over her left side during gait activities. Her program then is going to have to include a lot of glute stability because she needs to have glute power in that leg to help with that as well, which she needed to work on. And this is all on her right side. And once we got that, as soon as she had the right pair of glasses, we had her splint readjusted because it needed to be recalibrated for comfort and to hit the right spots. And as soon as she had that lateral wedge on her right side, the last test that we couldn't get, which was her shoulder rotation, finally dropped off, meaning that her body was actually more free to move to the left side and not being held over with some tension on the right side. She's got some work to do to help with opening that up and getting some airflow, and that's a whole other discussion. So there's lots of things she needs to do, but that foot piece was the big piece to really get her body into a state where she could move. And our last patient, again, was a return patient. She'd been here before, was doing actually fairly well. Symptom-wise, she was neutral, with and without her gear. However, she's still having a difficult time finding and sensing her left hip. And if you know some PRI stuff, we really want that left hip to be nice and secure and stable. And so what we need to do with her is actually add something like this. This is a little arch pad to her left shoe, so that when she got over onto her left leg, she could get into her left hip. but she didn't know how to actually internally rotate and push her foot down into the ground so that she could turn on her glute med for stability. She could get back there, she had the capacity to get back there, she had the range of motion, she had the freedom, she had the understanding, but until she had a little awareness from a sensory pad, from a cushiony pad, to know once she got on her left side how to push her arch and her whole foot down into the ground, she couldn't find her glute med at all. Once we got that, she was able to finally start to engage that glute med. It was weak, it took her a little bit to figure it out, and I know she and Jason spent 3 days trying to come up with as many ways to get her glute to fire as they could. But until it wasn't the hip, it wasn't in her thigh, it wasn't an ab, it wasn't her teeth, it wasn't her feet, it was, hey, could you actually feel her left arch when she got over on her left side? So it's a little different spot, but it's an important one for that left stance. So long story short, we had 3 different people in different stages of their care, all needed some actual fine-tuning of how their feet were working, not with a shoe. They all had good shoes on. We ended up changing one gal into an adrenaline. The first patient was in an adrenaline, our last patient was in some good ASICS shoes, some older ASICS models. Long story, but look at our other videos, you'll see that. But it wasn't a shoe, they just needed a little tweak for the sense and the ability to feel that movement. And that was kind of the last thing that really submitted their care. So that was my kind of takeaway for our prime week last week. That's our recap. So even if you've got patients that don't have foot, leg symptoms, sometimes really making sure you can manage how well they're using their feet and ankles to move is a big key. So just thought I'd pass it on. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great week.